Hi everyone, welcome to this live reading. So I'm really excited for this week. As you guys probably know, I'm going to be going live at 5 o'clock every day, so it's 5 p.m. UK time, every day, Monday to Friday this week here on Sacred Space. Now today, because it's Monday, I'm going to do like my usual weekly reading, but I'm going to do it live, and then the other readings will be a little bit different. So this is going to be focused on the weekly energies, but bear in mind that time is fluid, so these messages could occur at any time, but I'm just going to see what energies are around this week for us to know about. Now this is Body Empowerment Week on Sacred Space. I'm not going to go into too much detail right now because I do want to get stuck into the reading. But basically, there is so much content here this week. Emma from Be More Self-Full has recorded some wonderful videos for us for each day. And they're not long either. These are like 10-minute videos, roughly. So, try to watch them. She really is amazing. Like, her and Danny are, all about empowering women, getting women in particular, but people generally to, be more confident in themselves, to accept their bodies. It's not about, dieting or exercising. It's more about, reaching that place of acceptance within ourselves. So it's definitely a different approach. So yeah, check that out. You can see all the content for this week as well. If you go in the spirit section on Sacred Space and you click Body Empowerment Week, we have everything listed there, including entry to the giveaway. So I'm actually going to do that at the end of the reading. So we're going to get stuck into this weekly reading, and then at the end I'm going to tell you guys how you can enter the giveaway. So every month, like I said, I'm going to do a free giveaway with some prizes for everyone, and yeah, it'll be on Friday. So we're going to do the live giveaway on Friday, so I'm going to tell you guys about it today at the end of this video, so you know how to enter. You can get your entries in well before Friday, and then we will pick them out live in Friday's reading. Okay, I'm going to keep shuffling these cards. Also, each day there is a separate question on the community section of Sacred Space, so please try to engage in that as much as possible. So today the question was, how do you show your body love? And I think that is a really important question for us to, to think about. So I've shared my answer there with you guys. Please let me know how you guys show your body's love. And be honest, like if it's something that you struggle with, maybe ask for help, or see what other people are saying, what advice other people are giving about how they show their body's love, because it's not easy at all. Okay, so I'm going to use the Romance Angels, I'm going to use the Keepers of the Light deck, and I'm going to use Tarot today. We're going to see what we need to be mindful of. I don't even know why I picked up the Romance Angels, because I never normally do this for the weekly reading, but I actually do feel quite drawn to it. So let us start. Let your friends help you. I love when this card comes out, because this doesn't necessarily even mean the friends that you have. These could be like your spirit team, your spirit babies, your angels, whoever you work with. But let your friends help you. So right now, ask for and accept support from others. And I think that's why we've been guided to really push the community section this week, because we want you guys to, feel supported, feel that, this is a safe place for you to ask for help, for you to be honest about what you're struggling with. And this week it seems to be an important time for us all to start asking for help and also accepting help. We don't have to do everything on our own. So this week I do feel like there's going to be someone here who gives you some wonderful advice, or maybe you could be the friend who helps out others. But there's definitely like a collective shift here where I feel like this is more about, your soul tribe, your community. It's about bringing friends together, new friends, old friends, finding your passion. Some of you might be struggling right now to find that fire within yourselves, and that's what your friends could be helping with. With this reconciliation on the bottom of the Romance Angels deck there, I just feel like this week it's not actually about, romance. It's not about love. It's about the relationship we have with ourselves. It's about, are we happy in ourselves? Are we feeling that inner fire, our agony within us? You know, are we feeling like we are empowered, like we know what we want to do? Are we driven? Are we motivated? We have Freya here, so phases and cycles. So this week, I actually love this because we have a full moon as well. We have a full moon on the 28th. So this is an important week. It's an important week because we are preparing to release what's no longer serving us. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So, you know, this is an important opportunity for us all to accept, you know, what changes we need to make. To embrace, you know, this full moon energy and work on like releasing and also I feel like I'm getting receiving closure. So I feel like some of us are really preparing to like close out this cycle. I don't know how you guys feel, but personally, waking up this morning was the first time in a long time where I actually felt like really, really motivated. I felt really like something new is beginning. Like, I think I feel intuitively when there's like a new cycle taking place, like collectively and also personally, and today it just felt like that. I woke up and I was like, yeah, there is a fresh start here. There's like a different energy around. Yeah, we have Lord Shiva here with Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. So this week, you know, the divine really is giving us this opportunity to embrace some kind of new beginning in our life. Now, in order to have that new beginning, you might very well have to accept that there is an ending. I know this could be for anything as well, so, you know, it doesn't have to be romance related at all. For me, this is about my career path. This is about, you know, what I want to do with my career and those next steps for me. So you're being guided now to really, you know, listen to the passion you have within you. Listen to, you know, your soul. What direction do you want to move in? Like I said, what motivates you? What drives you? Honor that inner force. Now, the more you settle into this place of trust and acceptance, and maybe even letting your friends help you, that's where you're going to be given these steps. Perhaps this is the week where you could work with others to really achieve your goals, to maybe get a plan of action in place, or to ask, you know, for help with your next steps, or maybe even be honest, be like, I actually don't know what is the next step for me. And maybe like your friends or your spirit team here, because it could be those friends we have in the 5D, are going to be like supporting us as we, you know, work out what our next steps are that we want to take. Okay, I have spent ages shuffling this deck, but I kind of feel guided towards the Modern Witch Tarot, so I'm going to use this deck instead. It's still a really new deck, so it's still quite hard to shuffle, and it's got the card stock is really, really thick, so it's definitely not the easiest deck to use. Okay, so let us see what we need to be mindful of this week first of all. So I want to see, you know, what it is we need to just pay attention to. I'm being given silence, so some of us need to pay attention to, you know, the silence that we have in our lives right now. It's actually quite hard to become comfortable with silence. Like, lots of us, we're so used to like noise and distractions, but when we try to have those moments of silence or inner refuge, it is really, really uncomfortable, because we're used to something filling that gap. Now we have the Five of Swords here, so we need to be mindful of, you know, this week definitely how we are reacting to people and situations. I feel like there's conflicts which could definitely be avoided. You know, if you're living with others or working with others on a team project right now, then just be mindful of what you say. I don't know why, but I kind of feel like you need to think before you speak, and just like double check that, you know, you're saying what you mean to say. I don't know, people are going to be easily triggered this week because we have a full moon, we're in Mercury retrograde shadow period, Mercury goes retrograde on the 30th, there's a lot going on, so expect others to be more sensitive than usual. So even if you say something which, you know, you've got good intentions, someone might take that to heart and might misinterpret it. So yeah, this week basically be mindful of what you're saying to others, how you're communicating, and I'm also shown like your roadmap. So it feels like maybe this is the perfect week to plan. This might be the perfect week to, you know, look at your journey, decide, you know, what are your milestones, you know, what are those like little points on your journey you want to achieve. I don't know why, but I feel like some of you have this long-term goal, whether this is like a relationship or a career thing or just like a personal goal. Some of you have this goal which is like, you know where you want to be, but you're becoming like frustrated or maybe upset because you're not quite there. So this is about being realistic and honest with ourselves about, well, what are the little accomplishments along the way to that final destination? You know, what can we do, or what would you be happy with? You know, what would you see as like a sign of success, so that you can celebrate more. You can see, you know, those little accomplishments you have. So I don't know why this is coming up, but maybe some of you guys are struggling with this right now. But maybe like releasing like an attachment you have around a specific person. Maybe something you do is like you look at their social media all the time, see what they've been up to, what they've posted on their stories, etc. So maybe just take like a step back and decide, well, in order for me to release my attachments to this person and be in like a healthier, less codependent situation, then a little milestone might be going even like a day without checking their social media, and then you can like increase that to maybe like going a week without checking their social media, and just having, like I said, those realistic targets, those little goals along the way, which is going to help you get towards that final resting place. You might find that you're caught in the middle a bit this week as well. I don't know who this is between, but I'm shown that you might feel like you're just, stuck in the middle a little bit. This could even be trying to balance two things out. It doesn't have to be stuck in the middle between two people, but you might just feel like you're at this point where you're trying to just find balance in your day-to-day, you know, or find balance in your relationships, your situation. It's like things feel maybe like fragile, or things feel like they're hanging in the balance right now, like it's not quite settled just yet. So that's, you know, a fine place to be. You know, think about ways that you can ground yourself to make sure that you are balancing all of this. Like some of you have, I don't know, a lot going on. Some of you just have, like lots of distractions right now. So maybe finding a way to like quiet those distractions. I'm getting like some serious anxiety in my chest. So some of you might even feel like a little bit panicky at times this week. So when you feel any kind of stress coming over you, just try to take a step back, you know, take some really, really deep breaths. You know, when you take some deep breaths with like intention and purpose, you'll find that, you know, you will start to ground yourself, you will start to calm down. But yeah, trying to find a way this week to make sure that our anxieties are not kind of running away with us. I'm not going to look into the full moon too much, even though it will pop up this week, because we're going to do a whole separate reading on the full moon. We're going to do that live based around these full moon energies. So you'll have to tune in on the 28th. And with the lovers just flying out, I really do feel like something's going to shift within soul connections here with this lovers. I don't know why, but I'm showing someone who's been looking away, kind of giving you more attention or focus. This person, I've got like Page of Wands in my headspace, and I feel like this person is going to, I've got the King of Wands there. So Page of Wands I can see in my headspace, and it's like there's going to be this this like message or something, and it's going to be quite significant. It's something which is being prepared right now. I felt this for a while. I have felt this for like a couple of weeks or so. So there's going to start to be some kind of like communication coming in here, and I do feel like it's from someone who wants to be connected to you. Now this person is preparing to give you more energy or attention, and I think within a week or so of a full moon there will be like quite a big shift. Yeah, this person is preparing to like take this leap of faith here. Now this could also be you. You know, this could be, because obviously I'm just reading the energies. So for some of you, this is someone connected to you who's been looking away. For others, this will be you. Maybe you've been looking away from your path. You know, maybe you've been a little bit distracted lately, and this week you're going to be making a decision to maybe take a leap of faith here. You know, choosing something new, or just being brave here. We have the King of Wands. This King of Wands definitely wants to come out. I felt it kind of like want to pop twice. Now, the King of Wands, you're being guided for this week to really act act on your desires, you know, act on your passion, rather than, you know, sitting back and just letting your passions be present without, you know, kind of like acting on them or creating anything. This is a week where actually, you know, you connect with like what your desires are, and you start to, like I said, make that roadmap, make that plan of action, that journey. Think about, you know, what risks do you need to take. I don't know why, but I'm not saying this is a good time to take risks, but it's definitely a good time to think about, you know, what risks you may need to take. I personally don't believe we ever find fulfillment inside our comfort zone. And this is definitely just my opinion, I feel like what we truly desire always lies outside our comfort zone, because it's never within reach. It would be too easy if it was. If you were born and everything you ever really, really wanted to achieve was already there for you to just grab, I just don't believe that would be fulfilling. This could be my Aries moon speaking, I don't know, but I'm really just being shown that what lies outside of your little box right now, that is where you want to be. That is what's going to make you happy. So this week, you know, it doesn't mean you have to do it, but start to think, you know, what fears do you have? What challenges do you want to overcome? What do you need to do to leave your comfort zone? What is your comfort zone? You know, because that is where like this opportunity lies. I am being shown some, they're showing me someone like cooking a steak in like a really, really hot frying pan, which is kind of gross because I'm veggie, but I'm just getting like these hot flashes of anger coming, like someone like is going to maybe show, this could be you as well, like these hot flashes of anger this week. Like I said, full moon energy, people are going to get triggered, but that's okay, it's not your responsibility. Just make sure that you're not taking on any of this. Like, if someone who you're connected to, whether this is like a friend or family member, partner, whoever, if someone who you're connected to is like showing these like intense emotions this week because they're being triggered, you know, be mindful of your boundaries, making sure that you like distance yourself a little bit from it. I know personally, because like I'm an empath, so I do struggle with that a lot. Like if someone else is feeling angry or upset, I feel it, and I definitely sometimes mistake it as my own, and I like feel upset for no reason or wonder why I'm getting frustrated when I have nothing actually frustrating me. So, you know, have those like daily check-ins, like try to notice like your emotions a lot more so you can differentiate between yours and another person's. But yeah, someone here, yeah, the death card, do you know what it is? There's someone here, and I do feel like this is someone around you, and this person seems to have like lost something, or like they're trying to like ask for something and they're not getting it. It's like they're showing me this child throwing their toys out of their cot. So it's like just there's someone around you who might be throwing a bit of a tantrum this week, basically. Distance yourself from this person. Definitely don't try and like beg or even like maybe like compromise with this person. Like I think until this person has let go of their anger and frustration, it's better for you to have this distance. It's better for you to maybe like look away or just focus on other things right now. This Five of Swords, I definitely feel like this is about being mindful about, you know, focusing too much on other people or the past. You know, making sure that you're looking ahead, making sure that you're thinking more about yourself and your needs. It is not selfish to put yourself first. You know, that is a huge kind of like misconception or like social stigma or something. Like it's not selfish for you to think about, you know, what do you need to do for you this week? You know, what's going to bring you happiness? Because yeah, like I said, there's someone around you who's going to just maybe like try to project onto you or just be very intense this week. So let's see, what else do we need to know about this upcoming week? I'm being told crystal clear vision. So I feel some of you are going to have maybe some of your own psychic visions, or you're going to be seeing a situation quite clearly. Like you're just going to know what's going on. We have the Judgment card. I like this. it's like really clear judgment. Like, you're just going to know, yeah, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. Like, you're going to just have this real crystal clear vision about a situation or something. And that's going to be huge. This judgment card, it's telling me that there's been like this changed perspective. There's been this awakening where you can finally see things clearly. There's a situation that you are going to see clearly this week. Yeah, we've got the moon. I don't know what this full moon is revealing, but it's going to be quite huge. There's Two of Wands. This full moon seems to be showing you where you're facing blocks. Like, this week, if you can be honest about what your blocks are, then you can also start to see the steps forwards. Sometimes the reason why we can't take action, the reason why we can't see the steps in front of us, is because we haven't actually noticed what blocks we have. You know, we haven't really noticed, you know, what changes we need to make or what obstacles we need to overcome in order to make progress. So there's a decision for you to make coming up with this Lover's card. There is a decision for you to make about the direction you want to move in. Because, like I said, perhaps the direction you've been wanting, maybe that's not working out right now. Or maybe you just need to let your friends help you. You know, it might just be that you need some other people to help you see things clearly. But the full moon, it's going to show you, like, some of your own obstacles and fears. You know, I feel like there's a bit of potential to get stuck in your head this week. I'm, going to be honest, and it's really important that you don't do that. You know, it's really important that you try to get out of your head as much as you can. Use, your logic, use quite a rational approach. Try not to get too caught up in, like, fantasy and illusion, because with a Judgment card, you're being gifted the opportunity to see something clearly. Now, this means we have to choose to take those rose-tinted glasses off. You know, this doesn't mean that there's going to be complete transparency. It's like I said, I can't remember when it was, like last week probably sometime, that, what if we don't ever find clarity? What if we just choose to see it? And I'm coming back to that point again. There's a situation which this week you could see really, really clearly, but it's about being honest. It's about being honest about what this situation is and knowing when we have those rose tinted glasses on, when we're not seeing a situation for what it truly is, and taking them off and finally, gaining the clarity that we were looking for. There's definitely like an indecisive energy around this week. And I don't know if this is you or someone else, but some of you are undecided about maybe a path you want to take, or you're not sure if it's maybe the best option. And that's okay. I actually feel like if you're unsure about something right now, it's an opportunity to reflect about it over the next few weeks whilst Mercury's retrograde. Personally, I don't take risks during Mercury retrograde. I use it more of an opportunity to like reflect, reevaluate, like refocus, or maybe like rework like an old idea. So that's what I kind of like view Mercury retrograde for. So if you do have something, like I said, where you're not really sure or you're undecided, you don't actually need to make a decision this week. It's actually a really powerful time to just think about that situation a little bit more and maybe make a decision in like a month's time about it. Like, you really don't need to rush. I don't know why, but I'm getting that, let the truth fly free. So I feel like either you need to be the one who is honest with yourself and accepts the truth and, lets that be free. So it could be, like being honest about a situation or something personally, but let the truth fly free. I don't know, it feels like there is something going to shift with like communication here. When these are general readings, I try not to, choose like a really set message for everything, because I feel like it is open to interpretation. Like, these are the energies, so it is going to manifest in our lives differently. Two of Cups. Interestingly, the King of Pentacles was in reverse, because I never Like, you guys know that I never have my cards in reverse. Like, you can see there, before I threw them all over the table, that I always like my cards upright. And I do that for a reason, because I like to know that when a card comes out in reverse, that it's meant to be read in reverse. So with this King of Pentacles, there's definitely some instability this week. Whether this is you not feeling fully secure in your own situation, or whether this is someone you're connected to not feeling secure. But with this King of Pentacles in reverse, I actually think that whatever this situation is, you need to work on this. You need to work on feeling more secure in yourself or your situation or your connection. This Eight of Pentacles, like, there's definitely things for you to do about this. This is about putting the effort in. Now with the Two of Cups, some of you, like I said, let your friends help you. The Two of Cups doesn't have to be of a romantic nature. It speaks of partnerships, whether that's friendship, romantic, or business partnership. But yeah, working with others this week is going to help you overcome your problems, especially where you're facing like some insecurities or concerns. You know, working with like another person or a friend, that's going to help you make a much clearer decision about things. I feel like some of you have been doing too much on your own. Like, you've been dealing with stuff in your own way, but maybe not the healthiest way. I know, like, personally, because I am quite guilty of this myself, is like I try to do a lot on my own. Like, I try to, you know, be really independent and not like rely on others for kind of comfort or support. Like, I like to kind of work through like my healing in my own way. Like, I will reach out to friends when I need to, but for the majority I kind of like, I don't know, like suffer in silence. I internalize a lot. So for those of you who, you know, do something quite similar, this week is actually an important opportunity to talk about, you know, whatever you're going through, or to ask your friends to help you, or speak to your partner or a relative. You know, seek out that support, ask for that support. Don't be ashamed to ask for support, because there is nothing wrong with asking for help. So in order for you to be truly stable and secure, there needs to be this honest conversation. You know, let the truth be free. You know, there needs to be like an expression of truth. And I feel like this is from you. I feel like you need to be the one to be honest and be truthful here. Especially where your boundaries are being crossed. I don't know why. They show me a big red X and a no entry sign. And it kind of feels like, I don't know, there's someone who you need to think, what are my boundaries? You know, I need to express this. I need to talk about something which just isn't resonating with me, or it's not aligned with me. We have the Four of Wands and we have the Empress. This week is about finding our inner union. And this isn't something that you find and it just stays there and it, you know, you just like achieved it and ticked it off your bucket list. You know, we're constantly having to stay aligned. We're constantly having to, you know, choose to balance ourselves out, because we're constantly affected by external circumstances and situations and other people's emotions. And, you know, through every interaction we have with another person, that is an energy exchange. So every time you speak to someone, you are exchanging energy, which means that, you know, if you don't clear your energy, if you don't balance yourself out, then you're just going to be absorbing like a sponge all these other people's energies and emotions, and it might unsettle you. So in order for you to find your inner union and become aligned, you know, clear your energy field and, you know, just like do whatever you need to get back on track. Do whatever you need to be aligned. And the Ace of Wands really wanted to come out then. This week, in order to stay balanced and really be in your power, I think we're coming back to this Passion card up here. I think this is about, you know, dancing with the universe. It's about showing your passion, you know, singing, dancing, creating, playing instruments, painting, writing, you know, doing whatever you do to let go, to have fun, to, I don't know, like lighten your loads, to create like a bit of an energy shift. Like when you feel really stuck and stagnant, what do you do? And please let me know in the comments, because I think this is going to be really useful. What do you do in order to, you know, free yourself, in order to create that, like, energy shift? Like, what do you do? Personally, I choose to do yoga, or I will paint. I will paint and I will draw a lot. That is, like, when I'm pissed off, that's how you know I'm pissed off, because I've painted loads of canvases. 5 of Pentacles. It's an interesting time right now to look at our relationship with money as well, to look at our financial situation and try to work through any kind of, like, lack mindset. For certain, with this King of Pentacles in reverse, some of you are worried about either a relationship which might not be where you want it to be physically, and also, like, our material world, you know, our career, our finances, our possessions. So this week, be honest about where you're at. What is your mindset? What's your relationship with everything which, you know, we can form attachments to? This 5 of Pentacles, it does feel like it's going to be a bit of a struggle this week to stay aligned. It might be one of those weeks where, like, every day you've got to do something. Like, for example, sometimes I can go days or weeks without meditating. And don't get me wrong, it's not great for me, but it doesn't knock me off balance. And then there's other times where it's like every single day I need to find some time to meditate. Otherwise, like, I'll be a mess. So I think this might be one of those weeks where you need to have a little bit more time, you know, for yourself. You need to have a bit more time to either be creative or to just, you know, reflect, you know, work through your fears. Yeah, just try to create a lot of time for yourself this week, because you'll be much stronger by the end of this week. You know, full moon weeks are always really intense for the collective, and it's important that we acknowledge that. Don't try and resist that. Like, if you're feeling scared about something, if your fears are coming up right now, then they're there for a reason. Like, your fears are being brought to your consciousness because they need to be worked through. I think, to be honest, like, touch wood, I actually don't struggle with full moons the way that I used to. You know, last year and the year before, well, not mainly like 2019, every single full moon was like a nightmare for me. Like, that week around a full moon was so intense and heavy, like really painful and triggering. But the more kind of reflective I became on, like, a daily basis, or like just a regular basis, the more that those full moons didn't affect me, because I found that then when a full moon approached, I didn't need to do the same emotional releasing, because I've been consciously choosing to do that a little bit each day or each week. I don't do it every day, but, you know, just through, like, that, you know, reflective process and the way that, like, my mind had adjusted, it meant that I could work through my fears a lot easier. You know, I could do it on, like, more of a conscious level rather than feeling triggered, because triggers are often unconscious. Okay, I'm just going to see anything else we need to know for this week. I want this card. 8 of Wands. Okay, the good news is this week will be over quickly. So whilst it might be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster and you might feel a little bit, you know, indecisive or a little bit unstable at times, it is actually going to happen quite quickly this week. Now, I don't know if it's 8 of Wands, I still come back to this communication coming in. I'm still seeing this Page of Wands, this, like, little message, and it does feel like something small. I don't know who this is going to be, but it doesn't even, like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. This is just general. So there's, like, this message coming in here with this 8 of Wands. I actually want to get a clarifier for it so we can see what this communication is going to be about. Ace of Swords. Okay, so that's happened, which I really feel is, like, the Hangman on the bottom. Spirit's kind of saying, actually, stop trying to find out too many details. The Hanged Man is asking us to change our perspective about a situation. So this 8 of Wands, so my message card was clarified with the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords to me is my card of, again, a breakthrough in communication. So I can't tell you what is going to be said, what message you're going to receive this week, but whoever it is who messages you, whatever this message is about, whether it's, like, it could even be a message from, like, your spirit guides or your friends, it could be from, someone from the past here, a partner. It's going to be a big breakthrough. I don't know why, but I just keep seeing like hello all in lowercase for some reason, like no emojis, no kisses, like just literally just HELLO all lowercase. And I don't know why, it just feels like something so small is going to create such a big shift. This could even be like maybe meeting a new person. It could be like, I don't know, meeting someone who is really going to help you in like quite a big way. So this week, pay attention to new acquaintances, like new connections, like little messages, like just, I feel like something small is going to grow much bigger, basically. It's like this little seed, you know, is going to grow this huge oak tree over time. So don't expect to see that oak tree straight away, you know, just focus on the seed, focus on watering it and nurturing it, you know, getting the sunlight, and eventually over time you'll have this like really beautiful tree which is very stable and secure. So especially if you feel a little bit unstable right now, focus on that nurturing side, you know, and what you can do to nurture yourself. And if this message does come, on nurturing that connection, whatever that is, like I do feel for some of you this is going to be like money based. It's going to be like around money or around career. For some of you, 100% this is going to be around a relationship, but just be open to it being in like whatever sector of your life you need that shift to take place. So perhaps as much as you maybe want a romantic shift, maybe it's a career shift that you actually need. So that might be what happens here. You know, they show me like a Tetris, and it's like sometimes something needs to fall into place before we can fit that next piece in. You know, if you have all the pieces there, it's really hard to move around. It's like you've got to get one into position before you then can get the other into position. It's like this domino effect, you know. So life is literally like a game of Tetris. You know, do one thing at a time, get it organized, get it sorted, and then put the next thing into place, basically. So I am just going to get some, where are they? I want to get some blunt truth messages from your divine counterpart to you. So we're going to see. Oh, look, I want to make this work. I love that. So straight away, those of you who are inquiring or worried about, you know, your soul connection, I want to make this work. Someone here is, that red, I actually feel like for many of you, this could very well be like your divine counterpart who's a little bit pissed off this week. Maybe some like frustrations there. And that would make sense because there's a reason why you're feeling this energy so much. So if it's someone who you are connected to in like a sacred connection, then it does make sense that you're taking on that and could be mistaking it for your own anger or frustration. So, and I want to marry you. So someone here is pretty serious here. You know, this is someone who is definitely wanting to make things work with you, has that long-term vision in mind. I'm just being shown that tree, you know, it's like you don't just get with someone and then like marry them the next day. You know, it's about planting that seed and nurturing it until it can grow into something really stable. On the bottom here, I don't mean to ignore you. So for some of you, you might actually not be in any kind of communication with this person right now. On the bottom of my other deck, I know what I need to do. So you might very well be being ignored right now, but this person is saying, look, I actually know what I need to do. I do want to make this work. I'm serious about it being long term, but you need to give me some space, because like I said, it's a very triggering week. If you try and push anyone this week, I can guarantee that it is going to like bounce back, and you know, it's not a week for kind of like pushing other people. It's more of a week of focusing on ourselves, a relationship with ourselves, decisions which we need to make. And if you do feel triggered, definitely, like I said, reach out to your friends. That feels, you know, like the main focus for this week, or the main guidance for this week is don't try and do this week alone. You know, don't isolate yourself. Even if you're feeling really triggered and like you want to be on your own, I feel like just don't. I think if you can find a way to connect with someone else, whether it's a friend or through someone here on Sacred Space, finding a way to just like talk to someone about it, or, you know, have a little bit of interaction is going to be really good. Might even get you out of your head a little bit. So this week, let's expect some fears and illusions to kind of be revealed and released with its phases and cycles. But overall, I feel like this is a week which is going to move really quickly, and it's going to be one of them weeks where like you look back on like the Sunday and you're like, I cannot believe just how much has changed this week. It's going to be like very, very fast paced. It's like a month's worth of action all being crammed into 1 week, if that makes sense. That's kind of a vision I'm getting. They're showing me like, is it an accordion, that instrument which like goes like that? And it's like something which like should take a long time is going to be crammed into like a really short space of time, and this is because there's going to be some very fast shifts taking place. So it is actually like a really exciting energy. I know there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on this week. It's probably a good thing that I'm going live every day because there's so many shifts taking place right now. So I don't want to get any more cards or messages for this reading. I'm really being guided to kind of leave it here, and we will check in tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see what comes through in tomorrow's live. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Like I said, check out the Body Empowerment Week post on the Spirit section here. Interact as much as you can, guys. And like I said, I'm going to leave. I really want to pull another card, but I just don't know what with. Okay, we're going to just pull one of the Lover's Oracle message cards. I don't know why, I just feel like there's just one more thing. Yeah, and it was clearly that one. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Oh, this comes back to like letting your friends help you. This is asking you to come out of your shell a little bit, asking you to interact with others. You know, start thinking about memories that you can create with others, and try to have fun, because ultimately, you know, when we do pass from here, they are what we take with us. You know, it's for memories, it's for friendships, for connections. So this week, I suppose the heart of it all is to, you know, try to connect with others, try to connect with our friends, and create some happy memories. So to enter the giveaway on Friday, all you have to do is go to that Body Empowerment Week post, and right at the bottom of the page there is like a little form, and in that form all we are asking for is a review on Sacred Space. Now you just have to like fill in the form, enter your review, and we can then collect that. Now, like, please provide all, you know, feedback that you possibly can. Anything which, you know, isn't working, anything which you love, anything you want to see more of, like really use that as a space where you can just express, you know, anything you want to about, you know, the site here, because we need that information as well. Like, if we want to make this you know, an incredible platform, then we need to get your guys' feedback so that we can, you know, work on any improvements you guys want us to make. Like, we want to make sure that this is basically like serving your purpose, that this is like fulfilling you and making you happy, like meeting all your needs and requirements. So give us that feedback. I've already had like 1 or 2 come in already, so you guys must be really psychic, because I don't know how you even knew it was there. So yeah, please, like I said, share feedback, give us a review, and as soon as you've done that, we'll be entering you into the giveaway on Friday. There's going to be 5 prizes up for grabs, you know, completely free to enter, so don't worry about making any kind of payments or anything. We will enter you in that automatically, and we'll do the live draw on Friday, so that should be something to look forward to. Don't worry as well if you can't catch us live on Friday, or you can't watch any of these videos live because of where you are in the world or your schedule. You don't have to be on any of the lives to win any of the prizes. Like, we're just going to do that regardless. So yeah, you can watch these back like in your own time. Okay, I've definitely like spoken enough now, so I'm going to leave this reading here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we will, you know, meet here again tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'll see you guys soon.